Welcome back. My name is Caitlin and I love all things beauty. Today is going to be an empties video. This is everything that I finished up coming towards the close of winter. I can't remember the last one that I did, but I certainly have accumulated enough stuff to talk about. So before the pile gets any bigger and I can't hold it in this container anymore, I'm going to talk about them. If you're interested in the look that I have on my face, I will leave everything that I'm wearing in the description below. The eye look I filmed for Instagram, so if you want to go check that out, I will also leave my Instagram linked in the description. I do pretty much daily like makeup of the days and flat lays, so if you're into that kind of thing, you can go follow me over there. Without further ado, let's talk about some trash. I will talk about them in categories, and I will have the categories timestamped below. So if you want to jump around, those will be in the description. Alright, first up, I will talk about nail care, I guess. It's a nail polish remover. It's acetone. When I do my nail polish, I generally do a gel manicure. Regular nail polish will just chip way too easily on me, because I'm in a lab and I'm wearing gloves, not like all day, but I'm in and out of gloves all day for the most part. Regular nail polish will chip almost immediately, so I do gel, and in order to get that off, you have to soak it in acetone. So I've used a full one of these. This brand is okay. I feel like acetone is acetone, so this is fine. And I do have another one. This was the purple, I think it's like lavender scented or something. I can't remember what the other scent that I have is, but it's blue. So, yeah. Next up is hair care. So I went through this hair mask, which is the Arvazalia Hydrating Argan Oil Mask. I really like this mask, and it is really hydrating. I would basically use this every other shampoo. I feel like my hair in general is pretty dry. Since I moved, my apartment building must not have like a water softener. The water is very hard, so like my hair has been more dry, my skin has been more dry. So I definitely picked up the frequency in which I'm using a hydrating hair mask. And I do have another hydrating hair mask that I'm currently using. It's not this one, but I would definitely go back to this. I've used like 3 or 4 of these maybe. I think they're only 12 bucks on Amazon, and it's a great price for what it does. Alright, the other hair thing that I finished is this conditioner. It's the Shea Moisture Hydrate and Repair Conditioner. I did not like this. It is super thick, but like almost not, like it doesn't feel hydrating at all on my hair, and it's really hard to get out of the container. It doesn't pump out very well, and even like trying to get the last of it out, just like it wasn't happening, which is totally fine. I don't really want to use what little there is left in here because I don't like it on my hair. It almost felt like I wasn't putting conditioner on at all, so I don't get it because it's supposed to be hydrating. I'm currently still using the shampoo of this line, and it's fine. It also is like on the thicker side. I don't know if it's because of the like honey yogurt whatever stuff that's in it, but not a fan, and I will not repurchase. Moving on to body care. This CeraVe, that salicylic acid body wash for rough and bumpy skin. It was okay. It didn't really help what I wanted it to help. I feel like sometimes I get some bumps like on my arms, and I was hoping that this would kind of help with it, but I feel like I just need to like be better at exfoliating that area, like with a physical exfoliator. This wasn't really doing anything, so I finished using it, but I won't repurchase this. The other body care item, or like how I use this with body care, is the Weleda Skin Food. This is the original ultra rich one. I also have a couple of the light ones. and maybe one that I had already finished, but I have another of the light that I'm working through. But this I basically just use as hand cream. I kept this at work. It's really nice at hydrating the backs of my hands. I feel like I've talked about this ad nauseum. I don't like putting lotion on the palms of my hands. So I'll put it on the back and then just like go like this, you know? The backs of my hands get super dry, especially in the winter. My skin tends to crack and then like bleed, which is gross, but it's kind of what happens when my skin gets too dry. So this is great for that. I do have other hand creams that I'm working through, but I could probably see myself buying this again in the future. Another thing that I used up using as hand cream is this First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. I have used this as moisturizer before. This particular little travel size thing was kind of old, so it was kind of developing like it smelled stale kind of, which is why I just used this as hand cream. I stopped putting it on my face, but this also is good. I don't know that I would need to spend as much as what this is just for a hand cream, but this works really nicely and it feels nice. All right, let's do makeup. The Milani Weekend Brow. I use the shade Espresso. This is finally empty. I could maybe get like a couple more uses out of it, but it was getting to the point where like I feel like I had to go over my brows over and over again in order to get the color payoff that I wanted. This like went on for eons. I used it all during 2023, and I had it open for a few months at the end of 2022, and then I only finished it in, I think, towards the end of March of 2024, so like I don't understand how so much product was in here. I feel like I wasn't really using any other thing in my brow apart from this for like the majority of the time, so definitely worth the like $10 or $12 that this is. I do have a backup of this, but I have two other eyebrow pens that I've been working my way through, so I'll try to use those up before I go to opening the backup, but this is great. Then the other makeup product is a mascara. It's the L'Oreal Telescopic Waterproof. I really like this. Does what I want it to do for my brows. Years ago, when the original telescopic formula came out, I really liked that. And I had like the waterproof version of that and I loved it. But more recently, well, not like recently, but like when they brought it back, I tried it again and I did not like the formula of it, but this does pretty much what the original formula of the telescopic did for my lashes, and this is great. I don't need a mascara right now, but when I do, I would definitely consider making this what I go to. I guess this is now moving into skincare. This is a makeup remover. It's the Micellar Water from Garnier. I don't use this to like remove my face makeup. I generally use this to remove like swatches, and I like it for that. I wouldn't ever use it to remove my face makeup. I would much prefer using an oil or a balm cleanser to do that, but this is great for using it to remove swatches, and I do have another bottle of it that I'm going through, so good. Speaking of balm and oil cleansers, I went through one of each. The first oil cleansing, I have no idea what this brand is. It's from Amazon. It worked fine as an oil cleanser. I feel like it wasn't as easy as some other oil cleansers that I've used in the past. I feel like I had to work pretty significant at my eyelashes in order to remove the waterproof mascara that I wear, but like it did a decent job. And then the balm that I went through is this one, Urbandecay, the Centella Cleansing Balm. I got it off of Ulta. I did not like this. It did an okay job at removing my makeup and mascara. Again, I feel like I had to work like an extended amount of time to get the mascara to come off. But what I really didn't like about it is that it burned my eyes, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of me for using a cleansing balm or oil. I need it because I wear waterproof mascara, so I'm going to be going near my eyes with it. If it burns my eyes, not really what I want it to do, so I would not repurchase this. I am currently using the Shiseido oil cleanser, and I have one left of the pharmacy little mini like special scent things from their Christmas set. So I usually have one oil and one balm in rotation. I like to alternate between them, but I'm currently using those. And I just picked up one of the jumbo size of the pharmacy cleansing balm in the Sephora sale, so like I'll be set for a while. A face mask that I finished is the Kinship Mint Mud, the Deep Pore Detox Mask. It was okay. I don't think it necessarily deeply cleansed my pores, but it didn't do anything like negative to my skin, so it was fine. I don't feel the need to repurchase it though. This random little Hello Bello Goodbye Dead Skin Cells Gentle Exfoliation Peel Pad. I believe it's salicylic acid, lactic acid, green tea extracts. I believe this was like a 4-pack or a 5-pack, maybe a 6-pack, and I just randomly still had one left that I hadn't been using, so I just used it one day just to finish it up. It's fine. I don't think I would buy these again. Speaking of salicylic acid, I went through a Paula's Choice, the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I think this might be my favorite way to use salicylic acid. This has actually been empty for almost a month, and I feel like my skin has been missing it. I just kept putting off buying a new one because I knew the Sephora sale was coming, and I would much rather pay 20% off than a full price, but I kind of wish I would have bought it sooner because my skin has been missing it. But I did place my Sephora order, so it should be coming soon, which my skin will be very happy about. Another salicylic acid product that I went through is the Kinship Pimple Potion. It's retinol and salicylic acid treatment. This is more like a spot treatment. It's not an all over the face thing. I thought I had been liking this enough, so like I had purchased another one before this was fully empty, and I don't know that I necessarily think it's as great as it was. I think it was probably doing something in combination with this, but like this on its own hasn't been enough to help what I've been having going on my chin and stuff. So when I finish the other one that I have, I probably won't buy it again. Alright, I went through a CosRx niacinamide. It's also acetyl glucosamine and zinc PSA. This I bought because I had used the, now I can't think of the brand, but it was like a clarifying serum something, and it had like a zinc type ingredient in it, and I had really liked how that worked, but when I went to buy it again when it was empty, I think it was sold out from Ulta or something, but I had seen this one and I believe it was maybe on sale or something, so I got it. I didn't like this as much as what I thought I was liking that other product for. Again, I don't know if it was that product specifically that was doing something or it was in combination with everything else that I was using, but I didn't like this enough to buy it again, and I haven't sought out to repurchase that other clarifying serum either. Another CosRx product is the Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I like this as a hydrating step in my routine. I have since purchased another one, but I did go a little while without having this, and I feel like my skin was a little bit on the drier side, so I'm glad that I have another one to fold back into my routine. I believe this is the third one that I've gone through. I've at least gone through 2. This might be the third. I don't know what exactly it does. It's just an added layer of hydration for me, so this is good. Speaking of hydration, I went through a Phytosurgence Sea Submerge Hydrating Facial Serum. Again, I don't know what specifically about this it is that I like, but just adds an added layer of hydration for me. Actually, it kind of just seems like all the time I just need more hydration. So I have purchased another one of these and I'm using it right now. So I'll probably continue to use this. Another serum that I finished is the Bloom Effects Tulip Dew Drops. It feels really nice on the skin. I like the finish that it gives as the skin. I use this as the last serum-y type thing I put on before I add my moisturizer. And it did take me a little while to go through this. I wasn't like using it every day. It was more of like an every once in a while thing. But Bloom Effects was doing a, I think 25% off sale. So I picked another one of these up to add back into my rotation, and I've enjoyed having it. All right, a moisturizer. This is just a box from the refill because I had the full size of the Skin FX triple lipid peptide cream. I bought it as in the set where it came with the full size, this refill, and then I think like a mini facial cleanser or something. So this is just the box with the refill, just to show that like I've since added the refill into the full size little pot. This has been nice. I have noticed, well, one, I think they've reformulated this because I've seen online that it's now showing as new. So I think they've reformulated it. I don't know what's different about it. And I have noticed, I wore this the other day, and the makeup that I ended up putting on top, there was some sort of reaction where like the texture, I don't know what was happening, but it did not look good. I don't know what it was, but this had been the only thing different that I did that day. I didn't use the Phytosurgence moisturizer like I normally did, so maybe this was the culprit. I'm not sure. So I've gone back to only using this at nighttime, and to be honest, I think when this is gone, I don't know that I would get it again. I thought that I really liked it, but I don't know. I think maybe it's not playing as nicely with the other items in my skincare routine as it had been before. So I've been using the Phytosurgence and I like using it. It's just mostly been my daytime moisturizer. So I had been using a thicker moisturizer at night, which is why I'd been using this. But I might go back to the pharmacy moisturizer to have as my like thick nighttime moisturizer once I'm finished with the refill of this. All right, last item that I finished up is another one of these. It's the Apu Madecassicide Cream. Something about this, just like if I'm having some sort of issue, generally if I use this for a little while, it helps clear it, whatever that is. This is also really great for the back of my hands. Like if my hands are being extremely dry, cracked, alligator-like, then I'll use this for a few days in a row to help sort of get it to like its normal dryness to use like a regular lotion or something. This is great. I always keep one around. I have another one that's almost empty, and then I had already purchased a backup of it just because I don't want to go without it. It's just sort of a great, if something's going on, just throw this on. It'll probably help it, you know? All right, those are all the items that I finished up leaving winter, headed into spring. Hopefully you found it interesting or informative. If you had been thinking about some of these things, maybe what I talked about helped you. Let me know in the comments all the stuff that you've finished. Is there stuff that you go back to time and time again? Let me know. If you're new here and you like stuff like this, subscribe before you go. If you liked this, hit the like button. It helps my channel out, and I will see you in the next one.